How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Boys in the Zone. I'm your host, EJ Savage, and today we have a fun, maybe a little bit shorter video today, but buy or sell questions, and there's going to be 10 of them with a bonus one that I thought of last minute. Um, and also, shout out to Goodwill for hooking me up with this. I found this TO, I'm ready t-shirt and classic celebration. So pretty cool shirt and only $2, had to pick it up. Um, with that being said, let's jump into these questions. So, the very first question I have here is Dak Prescott will have his best season as a pro, buy or sell. And let's go ahead and pull up these career statistics. So, I think that those first 3 years they were pretty. That was um, one part of his career where he was really learning things, and then from 2019 to now, he's really turned it on. You can see if he didn't get injured in 2020, he would have easily got 30 touchdowns. If he didn't get injured in 2022, easily 30 touchdowns. So I think that the 30 touchdown is the benchmark for Dak nowadays as far as passing touchdowns go. Um, his best season is right there in 2021 with 37 and 10, 104.2 rating. Um, I don't. It's so hard. So hard to predict this because you're talking about Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy's new system. We're kind of moving on from the Kellen Moore, which is a really pass heavy attack. Um, I think I'm going to sell this one very slightly. I mean, the Cowboys do have a better defense than 2021 version, and they should give him, plenty of turnovers. But honestly, the Cowboys have led the league back-to-back seasons in takeaways. So it's not nothing that Dak is new to, if that is the case for this year. Um, Man, I think that I'll probably go with just slightly less touchdowns, and I'm gonna go with 8 interceptions. I think Dak and Mike and Brian Schottenheimer are really focusing in on limiting those turnovers for him. So just slightly less touchdowns though. So possibly it could be a better season, but possibly not. I am gonna go with the sell on this question though, and let's take this off the screen. Let's go back over here. Buy or sell, Micah Parsons will win Defensive Player of the Year. So this is a I thought I predicted last year that he would win Defensive Player of the Year. I think that just in the offseason right now with what we've seen from Micah, working with Whitworth, with working with Baldy, working with so many different people, and just really honing in on his craft, trying to bulk up a little bit to play defensive end some more. I really think that this is the year, if there is any year that Micah becomes Defensive Player of the Year. You're talking about adding an All-Pro corner back there with Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore. Just allows that extra tick for pass rushers to get there to the quarterback. I think that this is the year, so I am absolutely buying Micah Parsons as Defensive Player of the Year. And we're off to the third question already. The Cowboys corners will combine for 14 plus interceptions this season, buy or sell. So this is Bland, Lewis, Gilmore, Diggs, McQuamu if he's listed as a corner, stuff like that. So I think that Diggs is good for about six. So that leaves 8 others needed to get. Um, hmm. I think Bland will probably have 3, so that's 9. We need 5 more. Gilmore's probably good for 4. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna buy this one. I think that overall, as all of the corners on the roster, I think that we have 3 very good ball hawking corners. Um, I think you add in Lewis, that's good for at least 2 picks a year, and then you add in whoever else is there, Kelvin Joseph. If you want to go with Eric Scott Jr., the rookie, whoever it may be, if they get some playing time, I do see them contributing and getting at least a pick. So I am gonna buy that. It probably will be 14 if anything, but yeah. So I am gonna buy. So right now we have 2 buys and 1 sell. The fourth question: the Cowboys will finish 12-5 or better for the third straight season. If you watched my last video, I was doing the record predictions, and I did predict another 12-5 season. So I am gonna buy this one as well. So 4 buys right now. I just see the Cowboys roster as better than last year, especially in the wide receiver core, especially in the um, corner group, and I think that we're just a better team, point blank simple. So I am going to predict another 12-5 season. Hopefully, we will eclipse that and get a little bit better, and hopefully not be in a deadlock with the Eagles. Um, Buy or sell, the Cowboys will have two wide receivers finish with 1,000 plus yards. So I think CD is the lock for 1,000 yards. If you watched, I think it was my first video. I didn't predict another 1,000 yard receiver as far as wide receivers go, and I think I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to sell this one. I think that Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup will both be very, very close with 800 and 900 yards respectively apiece. But Brandon Cooks, I mean, he's done it so many times in his career before, eclipsing that 1,000 yard mark. If he stays healthy and he has good chemistry with Dak, I absolutely could see this one. But I'm gonna lead on the side of caution. I'm gonna go sell on this one. So what is that? Four buys and two sells. Um, I'm gonna okay. So Tony Pollard will finish top three in rushing for the season. So buy or sell this one. I think I am going to sell this one. I just think that the Cowboys are gonna try to ease him back unless he's just showing a lot in training camps. Very hard to tell with this one because we don't know where his leg is right now. But overall, I think that Tony Pollard is a very good running back. I just see some players, the Nick Chubbs of the world. Um, I think that Bijan Robinson for the Falcons. I mean, you know that the Falcons want to run the ball. And then there's got to be somebody else in there over Tony Pollard. I really, really like Tony Pollard, and I really want him to eclipse 1,000 yards, or not 1,000 yards, but be in that top three of rushing yards. But right now, I think that they're going to ease him in a little bit too much, and it's going to hurt him down the line. So I'm going to sell on that one. Buy or sell, the Cowboys will get to the NFC Championship game for the first time in over 25 years. So this is a hard one because I've probably been predicting this for the last 3 years or so that we are. But I just see the Cowboys that first year with Mike McCarthy, lost Dak, so we'll throw that one out the window. Second year with Dak, we lose the first playoff game against the Niners. Last year, we get that first monkey off of our back, beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady's for the first time ever. And then we lose to the Niners again. I see the stepping stones for us to get there, and I think that this is the year. So I actually am going to buy that one. Leave a comment below if you think of what you guys are buying or selling as far as what you hear here as well. Buy or sell, the Cowboys tight end group will combine for over 1,500 yards. So this is a very interesting one because if you like Schoonmaker, if you like Ferguson, if you like Hendershot, you might easily be like, oh, 1,500 yards, easy, easy. But I am actually going to sell on this one. I think that the Cowboys have very, a very raw tight end room. There's not a lot of veteran savvy and a lot of knowledge within that group as far as how to get open and really get those yards after catch opportunities. Now, we do know that Dak does like to utilize his tight ends, so this one might be a surprising one. But overall, I just think that Schoonmaker is going to be that run blocking tight end a little bit more. Ferguson's going to be that pass catching guy, and then you mix in Hendy. I personally think that they probably just barely get over 1,300 yards combined. So we will see. I definitely could be wrong on that one, but I am going to sell that one. Buy or sell, Dan Quinn will finally get a head coach position after this year, Cowboys or a different team. Um, so yeah, this one I did buy that the Cowboys would get to the NFC Championship game, and if that is the case, I do not think that they let Mike McCarthy leave. Um, with that being said, though, I do buy that Dan Quinn will finally leave for another head coaching position. I think that if the Cowboys get there to that NFC Championship game, there's going to be a lot of eyes on Dan Quinn, and that defense is going to be doing wonders. So I am going to buy this one, and we will see. I think that a lot of the teams are heading more towards the offensive minded head coach. But Dan Quinn is just so good at what he does, and I think that this is the year that he finally does take that head coach position. So we will see. But Jerry Jones has been very good about keeping his guys that he likes in the locker room and under contract. So buy or sell, the Cowboys will lead the league in takeaways for the third straight season. Now this one for back-to-back seasons is incredible, incredible. I do anticipate the Cowboys being a very good takeaway team, just because of the back end talent and the front end talent. But I do not see us leading the league again. That would just be a very crazy streak, 3 straight seasons. So I'm gonna go sell on this one. But Dan Quinn, I mean, he schemes up his guys, and his guys know where to be and know what to do. It wouldn't be surprising. It's just how often does that happen? So I'm gonna go sell on that one. Now the bonus one I thought of just before this video would be Sam Williams gets 8+ sacks, buy or sell. This one is very hard to predict because we honestly don't know where Sam Williams is on the depth chart. If he's going to play a lot, if he's behind Dante Fowler, if he's behind, obviously he's behind or not DA, but Demarcus Lawrence and Micah. But is he still behind Demarcus Dorrance Armstrong? Sorry. And how does Junior Feihoku factor in there? So it's very interesting, but I am going to buy this one. I think that Sam Williams is going to get exactly 8 sacks, and I think that he's going to be a big cornerstone moving forward. And if you see that with the run defense that he showed last year, we could be possibly seeing Demarcus Lawrence on a different team because he does have that hefty contract. And if you can save some money because you know you're going to have to pay Diggs, you know you're going to have to pay CD, Micah, so many other great players that are going to be coming up, it's going to be hard to keep one of those bigger contracts on the books, especially with an aging player like Demarcus Lawrence. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and count down what I had. So I had a sell on Dak getting his. I had a buy on Micah. I had a buy on the corners combining for 14 interceptions. I bought the 12 and 5. I sold the wide receivers, 2 wide receivers finishing with 1,000 yards. Sold Tony Pollard. Bought the NFC Championship game. Sold tight end. Bought Dan Quinn. Sold the Cowboys. So I had 6 buys and 5 sells. So maybe a little bit of a surprising result, but I just think that the Cowboys have so many different things that have to happen for them to get all of those things, and very unlikely. But overall, I think that just what I really want the most is just team success. We haven't seen it in so long. Um, and yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys have some time, leave a comment below, leave a like, share this video with anybody that's interested in Cowboys content. I'm trying to get my channel out there a little bit more and just trying to, bring some positivity to the Cowboys, Twitter and YouTube groups and all that stuff, because I think there's so much Eagles talk and all this other stuff, and it kind of gets polarizing and kind of annoying to an extent. I just trying to bring facts and just fun content. So if you enjoyed it, please leave the like below. And if you haven't followed follow my Twitter at Boys in the Zone, it's right over here. If you can see that right there, and it'd be greatly appreciated as well. Thank you.